he's getting it now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Metal Customs. As you can see, we're back to working on a 1970 Cougar project. This is coming along really well. Bad news, I lost some footage of some work that I've already done. So let me catch you up right quick, if I can remember. I got the fenders off, some pieces from here. Got some more stuff on the interior. Done some cutting on the inside, getting the floor pan section ready and stuff like that. I'm sure there's some stuff that I missed, but I just wanted to do just a little bit of quick catch up there because, like I say, I lost some footage, or my computer lost some footage. Anyway, you know how that goes. But it is what it is. Now we're going to get back to it. So let's resume with the footage that I did find, and then we'll just start from there and continue forward. Appreciate it. Well, for y'all, it's just been like a millisecond, but for me, it's been several weeks. I was working on the 73K10. I just got through doing some wash on it, so I got to let that dry. It gives me an opportunity to come back to the 70 Cougar. And what I'd like to do is work on my frame pieces here, building them. But I want the floor pan sitting in there where I can keep that line with the floor. I don't want the pan be sitting flat and my 2x2 squares be like this or like this. So I am going to attempt to grab that floor pan, stick it up in there, and get it setting roughly about where it needs to be so I can keep my distance. Y'all wish me luck. I don't kill myself with this. Let's go get it. Well, I'm coming. Quit rushing. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. Yeah, this is going to be a pain, especially when you're by yourself like this. Let's see. There we have it. Yeah, I knew we'd get it. I'm just going to take this hammer politely to make sure that it's pretty much in place. Like I say, I just want to keep that level under there. Put yours there. Nothing like a good hammer. Now, excuse me, can I get by you here? Alright, that looks good. Now what I want to do is drop a couple of screws in it. First thing I do is put on the hammer. Then, I don't want this wibble-wabbling all over the place. So let me just get a screw or 2 or 10 in here. That didn't go like I wanted to, did it? That did. I'll get one more on this side over there. That looks good up there. Tell you what, guys, this little bad boy, yeah, glad I got this. That's enough. That's holding it straight. So now we raise it up and get to what we want to get to. All right, well, we finally got our metal. I went ahead and cut some pieces. This will be our front piece, which is supposed to stick out to 26 and a half. But I cut it to 29. Good thick steel. And that way it'll stick in 1.5 inches. So just have a little bit more strength going on there. Let's get that piece set in there and see how we like it. Then I also have our main piece that we run from there back here for our frame connector. Well, let's get under here and see what we're doing. Alright, got a muffler stand here. Muffler stand to hold anything. Let's go ahead and put this up in here and just see where we're at. Okay, that's our mark up there. It's about how we want that. Probably want it a little bit more up front. Tilt to it. Yeah, more like that. Yeah, that's that magic. Cool. Well, that's where we're going to start at. That all looks good. Looks straight. Look outside right quick. Yep. That looks fantastic. Well, we're going to go ahead and get this welded in. Weld down through here. Here. Of course, on the other side, we'll do the same thing. Then we'll go over to the driver's side and copy that. Then we'll work on our frame connector. Alright, we got that one welded into place. And that is right where it should be. Ooh, somebody can run some weld. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Now what have we got to do? The other stuff we have is 1 inch by 1.5 inches. Now, here's the thing, guys. With these cars, pretty much all unibody cars, this point right here, this flat point right here, if you take a level and run it from there to here, that is straight across. So when you're making frame connectors, you usually go up into the square that's here. Of course, ours is gone because we throwed it away. It was rusty. But with me making a new square, what we have to do is take our next piece, our 1 inch by 1.5 inches, and it's going to go up into here, but we only have 1.5 inches. Now, if we would have got a piece of 2 by 2.5, which is special order, I'd have had to pay out the yin-yang for, and no telling how long I would have had to wait to get it. Then you might have been able to do it the other way. But with what is available, and by my design on this right here is going to be probably stronger than just doing one tube, and then just sliding the piece into the tube to go from here to there. So let me show you what I got. Like I say, we only have 1 inch here. I mean, a 1/2 inch right here. So, here is our 1 by 1.5. What we'll do, we'll come down to right here. You already see I got some lines on there. We're going to literally cut it 1/2 inch off of this where it will mate up in there and everything will fit perfect. Yeah, it's going to be a fun cut. I'm just going to take the death wheel and do it. So let me get a mark drawn on there all the way. And we'll get these cut, and I'll show y'all how this is going to fit together and be strong and work out great. Alright, now that we have that cut, we have to make this bar go. And using dies for round, going to bend square tooth. Marker. I want to make marks so I can remember. So I can do the other side the exact same way. Basically 2 dies. What I've got, I got 1.5 dies in here. I got these flipped around with this one here with the concave. And I'm going 10 degrees. How that looks. It does make a little bulge here. Y'all can see that okay? Alright. Yeah. Dag it up, dag it up. Pull this die over here. Center this die. Center this die. I know everybody watching this probably has the correct dies to fit the square tooth, right? There's always a way to do something, guys. Just got to think, use what equipment you have, and that is really nice bend. So let me take it over there and check it, see if 1010 got us where we needed to be. Yeah, man. As you can see, that fits perfect all the way down through there. So 1010. Going to do it. Bends right in there really nice. It goes right in line with the rear frame. Alright, now off camera I'm going to angle cut this because that needs to be boxed in, angle cut and boxed in for a good look. And we're going to trim some off this front here and try to get it in a little further. Let me get all this fitted together and we'll just see how she's going to look. And there we go. I have that one welded in. Now, y'all see what I was doing. Yeah, man. I got all of that. Ow, hit my head. Dang it. Yep, got that plate on the end, got that angle cut, and got that blocked in. Same with this right here, made a nice little plate with that. That worked out really well. And all of that business. And yes, when we get the floor prepped, it will come down underneath this and we will have holes in here so we can do some plug welds onto this here. Be some added holding power there, and as well as we got to do the torque box up front there, which comes over here and goes into this, as well as the transmission cross member. Yes, so there's a lot holding on that piece right there. That's a fact. But yeah, I like how it turned out. I mean, strength-wise, this is way on up in here. This is in there, up in there. Good welds. Everything's held good. Good welds there. You got plenty of weld on it. Yeah, this is really going to rigid up this frame a whole lot. I gotta say, I'm happy with the way that turned out. Alright, now it's the end of the day today, so I'm going to get back out here tomorrow and go ahead and do this side. Got some more prep work to do on that front square up there before I put the metal in there and go to welding. But yeah, we'll just duplicate this side over here. Alright, well, I got this one accomplished. Looking good, laid in there pretty much just like the other one. And now we have a nice twin set of frame rails running down through there. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, I'm happy with the way that turned out. Good deal. Now let's move on to something else. Here's some ingenuity for you. I need to get the pieces welded in the floor so I can set my floor pan in there and get it welded. Well, if any of y'all ever grabbed a whole floor pan by yourself, you know that it is a pain. It was a pain when I first put it in. And I do not feel like wrestling this thing out. So what I've done was raised up the car, took the screws out of the floor pan, of course, throw my garbage can under there, let the car down, and pushed it up, took me a couple of straps and held her up there. It's just fine. Now I can raise the car up. I'll be standing right here where I need to work, nice and comfortable, and I ain't gonna worry about the pan. And also with it up like this, I can go ahead and pop all my holes in there, getting ready for my little rosette welds. Yeah, so just thought y'all get a kick out of that. It may look goofy, but it works. Alright, I've got my strips made and laid in there, as well as these pieces in the back. I've got all them made. So now we can get prepared to put our floor pan in. And all we really need to do to get prepared for that is to just pop a bunch of holes in it so we'll have some weld on it. Alright, let's get to it. Alright guys, now what I'm doing, I'm running through and punching all my holes. This is what I use. Yeah, I picked this up at Harbor Freight. It's a hole puncher and it's a flanger too, which is pretty cool. But for the holes, really simple. Just set her up on here. And go to punching holes. Now that's a lot easier than drilling. Alright, well let me get all of these punched and then we can get our floor pan set down into place. And bam, floor pan is in. And we even got the seat risers in. Yes, I am quite fancy with this stuff. Yes, they are both in the same place. They're in the vehicle. Same place. Alright, as you see, we still got work to do. Got to fix that hole, that big hole over there. We still got our torque boxes underneath. I think right now I'm going to do these three. Now back here you can see where this floor pan, which I believe this floor pan's out of a order for a Mustang. He got a good deal on it and it fits about 95%. So yeah, I would have bought it too. But you notice that it comes up a little short back here. Yes. But that's okay because a lot of that was rotted and I had to cut it out anyway on these wheel wells. So I'll have to make me some cool pieces to fill that all in. But yeah, that's no biggie. We'll do that later. I want to go ahead and get these done because in order to do these, we're going to have to take it off all the jacks, which is safe now. We'll get all the framework done and pull these back wheels so that I can get in here and see what's going on. Maybe more rust in there I need to cut out as I'm doing this situation. Best if I can make everything in one piece, you know, instead of piecing stuff together if I find another rust spot. But yeah, let's do that. That's the plan. I've got them pieces in. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm sort of contemplating, these need to be done. I think that's going to be a pain. Yeah, there's going to have to be a lot of work done there. But I will do it. But I do believe the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get the rest done underneath with these torque boxes. I think that'll be next. Let me, Lordy, I don't know what to grab here. Grab something, try to get a lot of this stuff cleaned up. Let's see what we can come up with. I'm thinking maybe this needle scaler might do a quick cleanup for us. Let's see. Not bad. Yeah, I think I'll use that. Get a lot of this old stuff off of there. And then I can come in here, grinder, or probably this little boy here, and get that all cleaned up. Need to get cleaned up so I can, of course, get good welds. And I need to get it cleaned up to make sure there's no more rust or anything like that. So, let me get that all cleaned up, and then we'll go from there. Man, this side is done. I got some grinding to do. Yeah, the welder just started acting really funky. I mean, I don't know what its malfunction is today. I mean, some welds look fantastic. Others look like a kindergarten chicken was in here welding. But yeah, got a lot of grinding to do. I did get some beads in there for strength. Bead rolls. That turned out pretty good. Got my end plate made in there. Got my mark on it. And of course, this comes around under these and up here. Just a little more strength going on there, and I think it's a good look. Yeah, but once I get a lot of grinding and cleanup work done, that'll look pretty cool. Well, it's the end of the day for me, so I'll come out here tomorrow, do a little bit of grinding, maybe a little bit of grinding. May go ahead and do this other side. We'll just see. All right, got all that taken care of. Yeah, man, looks just like the other side, turned out well. And I got that inner rocker patched up, and that right there is seam sealer, because I wanted that, you know, to be waterproof. Duh. I don't want any water rust or anything to get up in there. I'm gonna let that stuff cure, and then give me some real good primer in there, real thick and heavy. I've already hit it with the rust treatment stuff and got all up in there, but I want to chase it with some primer. But in the meantime, we have these here. This is, y'all know in these old cars, you got the vent like down in the floor, you pull the lever and the air comes through. Well, that's where the air comes from. And he wants these blocked off. He's not going to be using them. This is an air conditioned car, so don't need them. So I got me a couple of plates I made. I'm fixing to weld them in. And once I get that done, we need to make this outer rocker piece here. It's going to be a weird one to make, but I think we can get it. And like I say, once the fender's on there, you're never going to see it anyway. So it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to fit and seal up good and be airtight. But we'll do a good job on it. Alright, oh, got them done and smeared them up. We'll let them dry, get primer on them, jot both sides. Now we need to make this. And I'm going to go ahead and run y'all through it and show you how I make these. I know a lot of videos I just show you like the end result. I say, hey, I'm going to do this. Then the next thing you know, bam, it's done. I know some people do not like to see the process. They just want to see what you've done. Other people won't see the process. So I'm going to show you the process, how I make this piece. I would like for y'all to throw down in the comments, would you like to see more of the process when it comes to fabricating stuff or installing things, or would you rather just see, you know, where it was in the final product of it? Throw that down in the comments and I'll read them, and I'll just go by what y'all say, because either way I enjoy the work. Whichever way y'all like to see it, that's the way I'll film it. So first things first, I cut me a piece here that's bigger than what it is, and I measured from here to there where that little red dot is. That's pretty straight. But from here to here, that's where a curve is. So let's get us some curve in this thing and see if we can get that radius in there. And what we're going to use is a very complicated, super complicated, super high price piece of equipment. That's right. Piece of 2.5-inch muffler pipe. Guys, you don't have to have $1 million worth of equipment to bend a piece of metal. You really don't. I do this more than y'all can guess. Now, sometimes the bend was going to be right here at the end. I just put it in my bender and it bends it. But on something like this, just go in here, just slowly. Take your time. Do too much, you're going to get too big of a bend. See, I got really nice radius out of there. Let's see how close or how far I am away. I know, well, a cameraman would be handy about now, wouldn't it? And y'all can't see nothing. See what I mean? I don't need no cameraman. I ain't got that kind of money. Okay, I'm going to run over there right quick and just keep on. I can get a little more bend in this. Alright, I got her fairly close. That ain't bad. Luckily here we have a contour to go by. So, I can finesse like that. But I see that this end here really needs to go down. On the side of my lift here. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing, but here, I'll show you up here. We'll use my lift. I need a little bit of a corner on that, right there. See what they give me? A little bit. Nice little curve, not too much. Alright, y'all gonna get sick with me moving the camera so much. It's motion sickness here. Alright, and that right there is PDC. Pretty damn close. Put a tire with it. Okay, now we got that curve. Now this thing curves down, but swoops in. Let me show you the other side and get a general idea. Very true, this is not one of the easiest pieces to make, but I figured y'all get a kick out of it. Now see, it goes down, but it also goes in. So we got two angles going on here. This down is not as much as this here. So let's see how we're going to do that. I know probably have to use magic. Get you back on the camera stand. There you go. Alright. So we got that there. Now what we need to do is roll her down without killing this bend right here. That's going to be the fun part. I'm not sure if we can do that on a piece of pipe or not. Let's see what we can do with it. Worth a try. For one, I've got a real thick metal. Thought I had a thinner metal, it would have been easier to manipulate, but I don't, and I really want to put some good metal in this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have real pressure. I cannot get but that much on. I do not know. Let me see here. Well, it's not a ton of angle, so I'm going to really try. See if I can get it here. Just fit? Nope, not even close. We're gonna have to really put some bend in that. Probably do put some bend in it and then take the bend out. That may be the way to go. So to do that, see, I used a piece of pipe in here. Comes in and puts a bend in it. Yep, way too much bend, but it's okay. This, I believe, we might be able to work with. Let's go look. We're sort of getting it. That does conform to that, sort of, a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take it back over to the bender and hit it here again, and put that bend all the way across there. What we're going to have to do is get this there, and roll this back in. So, I'm going to take it back over to the bender, just put it in like I did, just run all the way across. Alright, now we got a little contour in her. There. Now we'll take a pretty red hammer. This is a dead blow hammer. We'll get a little bit of conforming in here. That don't look too bad. Now what we need to do here is some line. I've got a line drawn here where I'll be cutting it off. Right here helps to keep everything going the way I want it to go. That's essentially our cutoff mark. So that goes over there like that, and that's looking great. See what it does here on the other side right quick. Alright, it just feathers off in there, so we have to cut like so when we get to that point. So it will just feather off in there. So we need to start making this go in place. Sort of going the way we want to go, except for I hit my finger. That was lovely. Glad I was using a rubber hammer and not that one. Alright, yeah, we're starting to get a curve back to it again. So let's see if we can get some more of this curve back to this. We'll go back to the piece of pipe, put it on there, and just start pushing down. Alright, next, I got it conforming the way I want. But what I'd like to do, get rid of some of this excess. So I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. And we have to get rid of some of this here. Maybe. Let me take that over there and take the death wheel to it. And I might go ahead and just cut this excess here off. I think that would be a lot better. Less metal to have to deal with and bend better. Let me go cut this up. Alright, after all of that, and I did go over there and contour that a little bit more off camera. Just put it on my piece of pipe and do a big rubber hammer and run across it. But we are fairly close. And I mean fairly close. We're going to have to really pop that end down there at the bottom. I think there's enough room there to do that. We got too much bend right here. And that's easy to do, guys. Just put it on the lift. Get a little tap right in the bend, and the bend will just de-bend. A little more. This is the kind of stuff you got to do. You just basically just keep working with it. Now, sometimes on some of this stuff, and I found it's a little easier to do. If you get it, let's say, this close, and this is close, then what you can do is start, let's say if we weld it from here to here, tapping this in and getting it right where it needs to be, then weld it all of this. Then we could come in here and tap all this down where it needs to be. There's nothing wrong with doing that. That's my opinion now. The bottom just is not sitting like I would want it to for real. Look at it again. Yeah, I'd like that to come out. A little bit more. Something like that. And I can see where I need to make that happen. That's part of this, guys. Just get in there with your little hammers. What you can, whatever piece of metal you got that you're working with. And just make it happen. Okay, that right there is looking good. Good line across the bottom. Good line here. Good line starting across that top. But top is a little bit too tall right here. We need to come in here and cut about right there. Cut that off. And I think we'll be fine. We'll run over here and cut that right quick. Then we'll come back over here and see what we think. do believe that's going to do us. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's going to do this. And what I'm going to do, yeah, my stuff is dry. It's the end of the day anyway. I'm going to go ahead and get all of this primer up in here. And then we'll come back in the morning, grab our grinder, clean up all of our weld points here. Then I'll show y'all how to install this by doing what I said. Weld, weld, bend, bend, weld, weld, till you get it into place. See y'all in the morning. Alright, good morning everyone. As you see, I've already started. All of this was in good alignment. And this right here was starting to be. So I went ahead and run me some ugly weld. Yeah, the welder just, I don't know, spinning, popping. I just changed wire. My experience, when it gets really low on the spool, yeah, it doesn't weld so great. And we put a brand new spool in, it doesn't weld so great. But that's alright. That's why we have a grinder, so we can grind some of this stuff down and make it a little prettier. Besides, the fender's going to cover it, you'll never see it. So now what I'm going to do is go in here and start getting this bottom. You see how that's moving for me and rolling right in there? You notice how I'm moving the hammer, the whole length of it, not just beating it in one spot, just trying to make it conform in there. Alright, that's a holder spot right there. Let me go ahead and run a bead down through here, and then we'll leave that. We'll go ahead and go over here. Alright, got that bead run down through there. She'll hold well enough. Now what we're going to try to do is roll this over in there and hope that we cut out enough of that bottom that it's going to roll with it. There again, nobody will ever see it, but this is going to try to kink on us, so we definitely need to get that kink out of there. We'll probably work that last. I've got this. Going pretty good. Need to hold down a little bit of it. Luckily there's a lip right here. I can just come in here and do that and mash it down and get a tack on it. So let me go ahead and do that and I'll run this bead. Alright, got that seamed all together. That's looking really, really good. I like it. Now let's come over here and start going this way. That's why I like this hammer. Perfect right there. Go ahead and run my bead there. Y'all close your eyes. Alright, that's lovely. Basically, just come here and start tightening her up. All that down to there is looking pretty good. So I'll get that bead run about right here. Then we'll see if we can work this in. That's going to be the pain right there, guys. But we'll get it. Alright, got that bead run through there. Now we'll try to just beat all this in where we can get a weld to it. And again, guys, this is a piece that's not going to be seen. Okay, once the fender's on here, nobody will ever see the thing. And it's not worth taking a ton load of time to make this perfect. If it was, I would have just ordered one. This is a separate piece here, I do believe. I would have ordered one, or I would have took my time and made one to perfection. But what I'm showing you here today is just a general way to try to make something to take care of a rust. If it's a, seen my show car, different thing. If it's an everyday driver and a piece here where you're not going to see it, then this is what's going on. So now, I don't know if this metal's going to do what I want it to or not. Going upwards. Now everything needs to go roll inwards. Yeah. Ooh, got a big hammer. Alright, let's make it roll inwards. But it's sort of pushing out here on our bottom. So what we might do is go ahead and get all of this inwards done. Yeah, that's in there pretty good. And run our bead here and try to work this bottom in. That moves pretty good. No super gaps in there. See, I can take this and take up what little bit of gap I've got left. Alright, let me run that bead and then we'll beat the bottom. Alright, got a bead on that. Now, let's see if I can just roll this bottom in some and see what it's going to do. There again, it's really not about good looks. You're never going to see it. That right there will be fine. We don't care about that bulge or that dent. If we did, well, we'd be doing this a lot different if it's something to be seen. Now, if y'all want to see some of my really nice metal work, just run through the playlist. Done a Toyota for this gentleman. Had to make some pieces on it. Turned out awesome. 62 Comet, done a lot on it. But yeah, if you want to see some nice metal work, go check them out. But for something like this will do just fine. It gets the job done. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and run my bead and get this welded up and be done with this here. Alright guys, well, we got a lot of work done in this video, but when I was editing, I noticed it's getting a bit lengthy, so I think we're going to call it right here, and next video, just pick up where we left off. I'm happy with the work we've done so far. Everything's turning out great. Yeah, there's a lot of grinding to do. Need to get some spray primer on there and this and that. Next video, we're going to put us a brace from one frame connector to the next. I'll show you how we do that. We have to get the transmission cross member cleaned up, prepped, and get that welded in, as well as the wheel weld pieces. That right there will probably be a whole video in itself. That's a lot of work. But we got it to do, so we'll get it done. Well, everyone, I sure appreciate you watching this one. Like I say, I know it was a little lengthy. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoy doing the work on the car. This thing's pretty cool to work on, and I'm having fun with it. If you would, throw us down some comments. Hit us up on Patreon and or the Super Thanks. And please like, share, and subscribe. Look for the next video coming up soon. We'll just keep digging on this thing until we get it done. In the meantime, I appreciate you watching, and I hope that everyone has a fantastic day.